Okay, that's a bad angle. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Also, this is not my typical content. Stick around if you want to know what's going on with me, if you're curious, because today's video I'm going to be as honest as I can be. And also there's really good news though, somehow on the other side of the not so good news. So either way, if you're in for a story, roll the title clip. All right. There we go. So if you can't tell, I got a haircut and I don't know what my last video was because it's been crazy. I have been pretty discouraged and I have been struggling because of that. I'm trying to get myself back in the game now. I know that honesty is like the best thing we could ever do for not only for ourselves, but even for other people. Sometimes we think that someone has it all together and that can be discouraging for us, and a lot of times some people are just really good at hiding like the negative going on in their life. I'm not one of those people. Like if something bad's going on, you're gonna know about it because I'm just a really open and honest person. But I think my struggle is that like I don't actually know the struggles of other people who are really good at hiding it until maybe I get lucky and they actually share, and then I realize, oh, they also go through this. I want to be a type of person who allows other people to realize like, oh, she's also going through that, and so you know you're not alone. That being said, I haven't posted a video nor made a video in a really long time. Now, I did make an Easter dress, and when I say I don't know when this video is coming out, it's because I really want to get that Easter one out. I just have to put the dress on and actually get footage of it, which I did my hair and makeup and the dress has pink in it, so I think today would be a good day. Breathe, Stephanie, breathe. I have fallen out of the habit of making dresses, posting it and everything ever since my son's schedule changed. I just didn't have as much time to work at night, and so the interrupted time turned into like horrible, just everything. My son is now staying at my mom's, just, you know, like a little vacation for him, and she's out of state, so I haven't been here at the house with him throughout this week. And I realized after about 2 days, all of the like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, just wore out, and immediately I was just like, I just want to watch Netflix or just sit on the couch. And I'm like, no, you gotta do work, you gotta do work, like this is your time to get caught up before he comes back home. And today I realized that like technically my son like keeps me regulated, I guess you could say, like with a schedule. Being without him, I guess, just brings me back to like my life before him, which was really kind of discouraging, a little depressing, and felt meaningless a lot of times, even though like I didn't think that I didn't have purpose in life. It just felt that way a lot of the times, and I just like couldn't stay motivated. But I kid you not, ever since he was born, I literally was like, my time is precious because most of it's spent taking care of him, and the only time I have where he's sleeping is the only time I can do work. And I just started like really going ham, and that's how my dressmaking and my YouTube and all my videos and everything just came to be, literally because of motherhood. Some people it's the other way around, not for me. As soon as he became a thing and as soon as I became a mom, like I did way more than I've ever done before in a long time. I'm noticing that I'm just falling into this blah stage without him, but I keep reminding myself that I need to get caught up because I have some really exciting things I'm trying to do. So I'm going to tell you about those things that I'm trying to do and share how hard it's been, but how I feel like this will be accountability. Like if you are listening to this and if you can do me a really big favor and encourage me in the comments below, that would mean so much to me. And I say that because sometimes I just feel like if I try to do this, then nobody's watching, and it's kind of like if nobody's watching, then there'd be no point in doing it. And I feel like reminding myself that there's actually people out there who do enjoy the videos I make, the dresses I make, and I will get to like the exciting changes I'm going to be making. But I just have to remind myself that there are actually people out there who enjoy seeing these things happen, or people that I could hopefully encourage. So make yourself known. That would mean so much to me. And for the exciting part of all of this, I've said this a little bit before, but it's been taking me longer than I thought, but I'm starting a new YouTube. Talked about this a little bit, like I said. So I'm gonna go into a little bit more detail of why, and then we're gonna have an official introduction to that video once I get that made. And that's the goal before I get my son, who's gonna be gone for another week. this is exciting for me because I feel like I haven't shown the world my true potential. It has been all in my head. I have been here and there just busting out with kind of the bare minimum. Sometimes I do more than usual, but I never really allowed myself to show the world these ideas of filmmaking that I've had. And for those of you who don't know, I actually went to college for filmmaking and graduated with a bachelor in, oh my gosh, like I can't even remember, in cinematic arts production. Even though I was missing credit for math, so I didn't technically get my degree, I never ended up doing the math on time, and I think they have different requirements now, and I didn't have money to go back, but I did technically graduate. That means you got enough credits to walk, and you got like a little congrats on graduating, but like it's not the actual degree. It's fine because I don't need it for what I'm pursuing. I went because I wanted to move away and I wanted to just do something big with my life, and I met some amazing people along the way. The point is filmmaking has always been like deep in my heart. Like it has always been a love of mine. At first I got into photography for many years. I was known as a photographer, like most people, they just knew me as a photographer. I wanted to start a fashion company because I've always loved fashion. So when I did photography, I dreamed of being a fashion photographer, but I also dreamed of doing videography as well. So they always went hand in hand for me, and I love both of them equally. Back in 2016, I was like, why don't I just make my own fashion company? Just made a big deal about it. I was like, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I even cut my hair at like a little while. Like that was the last time I cut my hair short. Well, it was in 2015, but it was still short at the time. So anyway, unrelated, but maybe it's a good thing to cut your hair. I remember I got so excited and I just thought, oh my gosh, if I could just blend all of my talents together. And that is how the whole dream that I still have to this day came to be. I dreamed of putting all of my talents into one place, but I thought I would have a fashion designer, and that ended up not working out. And so for many years I struggled to make this dream come alive because the fashion part was just confusing. It's like, where do I get my clothing at? I was hoping for custom clothing. Like, so then I was like, I'm gonna teach myself sewing. Taught myself sewing, and best thing I've ever done. And as any of you who've already been here know, I love it. And I make dresses. Sometimes I make random projects like tote bags. I don't know. Like I've tried so many different things. I've tried turtlenecks. I did like a sweater, like a really big comfy sweater. I don't know where it's at. I thought it was in here. I didn't make a video about this, but I made this like giant, super comfy, and sorry, the sleeves are like inside. But anyway, I made that for fun. It wasn't a video, but you know, I dived into whatever came to mind, but mainly dressmaking, because I always thought of these extravagant like dresses for these really emotional videos that would tell a story or be inspirational. And that's pretty much what's been on my heart for so long, but I felt like I couldn't really show it. I was just doing whatever videos, right? I was trying to get in the groove of it. I am now at a point where I really want to show that. My YouTube, I've looked into the analytics. It's a long story, but a lot of my subscribers here on this channel came for my shorts. I've talked about that in a past video. Like, I think it's about 2 to 8% of people actually subscribe to me for other stuff, which is a really tiny percentage. And so every time I post a video, it's just getting pushed to the wrong audience, which makes it look like a bad video. And that can be really discouraging. And that's basically what's been happening to me. And it's making me not want to post, not even want to be on here. But at the same time, I do. I thought long and hard about it. And that's pretty much what put me in the position I'm in now, where I decided that starting a new YouTube would allow me to feel like I could just start over and build the audience that I want. So if any of you guys actually like my long form, and let's say you're listening to this video right now and you want to be a part of that journey, feel free to click the link. I'll put my YouTube down below, my new YouTube. It's basically the same Stephanie Harford, but there's a dot between Stephanie and Harford, so Stephanie.Harford. At that channel, I want to be able to unleash the true creativity that I've dreamed of for so many years now, to actually make it into a reality. I want to design inspired pieces inspired by parts of my story mainly, but also even other stories maybe. Like, I just share your stories, guys. I love stories, and I want to be able to make stuff that's inspired by true things in life that may even help people feel less alone, or help encourage people, or just you like it because it's pretty. It's fine either way. So that's my dream, and I want this new channel to just really show me. You might get a couple of videos here and there just making a dress for fun, like a challenge, or just, you know, maybe I'll do some vlogs here and there, but mainly I really wanted to get into the creative filmmaking side of it all. And also I wanted to introduce my music. I've kind of talked about that in the past, but be able to also do some inspired pieces that maybe a song that I wrote will show it. I have one song called Finding Myself, and that's something that's been on my mind because I feel like that's what my new channel is going to be. It's going to be me finding myself, but it's through storytelling and dressmaking. And I'm going to share so many parts of my story. For example, I lost my dad 10 years ago. I wanted to be able to make a dress to represent like how he still lives on in my life, but it's still like this never-ending sadness that I always have because my dad wasn't around when I met my now husband, when I had, you know, my son. So I didn't have my dad at my wedding, or, you know, my son doesn't have an extra grandpa, I guess you could say, because of that. And that's really hard for me to like accomplish these things without my dad. And I wanted to be able to make, I'm trying not to cry, I wanted to be able to make a dress that like represented that part of my story, because that part is so important to me. Like I never not want my dad in my story. Like he'll always be a part of my story. He was the most supportive words of affirmation man that I ever knew in my entire life. Like I wish he could have been here to teach my husband how to be a words of affirmation, because all I can think about is how good my dad was at like encouraging me. Luckily I still have my mom, and she's also really supportive and encouraging, but you know, there's that difference. Like my dad, it was just a different vibe that I don't have anymore. And I just remember how excited and happy he was that I went to college, and he ended up dying about 2 weeks after I started college. And so it's like so many big things happened in my life since he passed. I wanted to be able to make a video that truly portrayed that part of my story and that grief that I have, but like it's because of the love that I have and had for my dad. That's an example of kind of how I want to go about things. Also, I wanted to start the channel off with a project, most likely a dress, that also just represents this idea of starting over. I already have the name for the dress and I have it scripted, so that's the exciting thing that is keeping me going. But I feel like I'm just struggling to get back in the game. So I told myself, you know what, do your makeup, sit and talk to the camera, and just like make it a reality. Put this video online and just do it. Just tell your people what you're doing, and then now that they know, now you gotta do it, because otherwise you'll be disappointed. Write in the comments, if you don't make the new channel and these awesome new videos, I will be disappointed and sad, so you better do it. Okay, don't make me feel that bad, but like push me, okay? I need the push. That being said, I'm excited. I am very excited. I just want this to be a new chapter to my life. And this channel right here, don't worry guys, the videos will remain. I put my shorts back. Y'all just want shorts? You can come here. You want to see my old stuff? It's gonna be here. This channel will live on. I only reached 2,800 watch time hours so far, so I was still pretty far from the 4,000, and it wasn't really going anywhere. But we're gonna start a new channel. We're gonna prove to the YouTube algorithm that we are a dressmaking creative video channel, not a shorts channel, and that's what the new channel will be. If that's your thing, it would mean so much if you subscribed. If it's not and you don't plan on watching my videos, please don't subscribe, because I really am gonna try really hard to make sure I attract the right audience, and I'm really excited about it. I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone, and hopefully when my son comes back, I will be reminded of how important it is to me to do these things and make the most of my life, because I know one day he's gonna be like, oh, my mom, she's so good at fashion design and photography and videography. Like, he's gonna talk me up, and then I'm like, oh, my baby. Gonna make him proud. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry that I'm blabbering so much, and I probably sound like kind of like a psycho, but it is what it is. Also, hopefully my hair didn't look weird today. I kind of just winged it. I don't exactly know how I'll be styling it, but this is kind of close to what I was hoping for, so we'll see. I'm gonna go put that Easter dress on, and that way that video can also be on this channel. And if it came out before this, then it came out before this, and that's totally fine. Keep your eyes peeled, because the introduction to the new channel will be coming out at the same time as my first official video on that channel. And the first official video will be a dress I'm really excited to make, as well as my story and some creative filmmaking involved. I don't know if it'll have one of my songs, but I'm so excited to just do this. Like, this is my dream, and I'm gonna let this channel be like my true dream coming to reality. This new channel, not this one. This channel is just like Stephanie welcoming herself back into the YouTube world and making it happen and learning a ton along the way, and I don't regret any of it. But the next channel is Stephanie 2.0. Okay, thanks again for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the new channel, or I don't know, whatever you want to do. Okay, bye, love you.